everybody, welcome back to This Is the Police. On last episode we made some substitutions. We've shifted things around a bit, literally. Shift B, some of their big ringers went into Shift A. And some of Shift A's, well, people that could use some help have gone into Shift B. So I've tried to balance this out a little bit so we don't have just one like all-star list and one, what would you call it? I don't know, the opposite of a star, I suppose. But they're equivalent. Anyway, let's see how the story continues. Segregationist teacher promoted to dean. Street racers stage accident in city centre. And Dressed in Blood, film banned in local theatres for excessive cruelty. Let's go to work. A little note, by the way, still has 3 thumbs up for the mayor. Oh, sorry. It has 3 thumbs up for both.
Box of Caesars.
With that outfit, I could see you coming a mile away, Mr. Boyd.
Ah, Mr. Chaffee. Knowing your love of theatrics, I was afraid you'd keep the mystery surrounding the dentist going for at least another day or two.
What could you mean, Mr. Boyd? Well, it's true. Robespierre does have a passion for mystery and the dramatic. But there's no need to confuse the actor with his character. For you, I'll play the hurried businessman who likes to cut to the chase. That's not quite me either, but though this mask I wear is quite a burden, I have long grown used to it. Besides, I don't want to distract you from your 180-day quest, not for a second longer than necessary. My, is half your time already up? You simply cannot imagine, Mr. Boyd, the painstaking work I've done to cultivate this maniac image. I turn to such literature the likes of which I wish I never knew. If our law enforcement agencies possessed even the slightest aesthetic sense, they would have instantly seen the game for what it was. And the postcards. What can I say?
And if the real dentist turned up again at the wrong moment? I don't imagine lunatics take kindly to imposters.
The dentist died of a heart attack last spring while he was sunbathing on the beach. I discovered this quite by accident, from a university friend, a therapist. It was he who convinced the dentist to stop killing, by the way.
Why the murders? Obviously they'd all been raped by Rogers. It would have been much easier to just get them to talk.
Mr. Boyd, the last thing I want is to appear a brutish butcher. I spent enough time on these women to know they were no use to me alive. Not sure if I should be ashamed to say it, but Stuart Rogers far surpasses me in his ability to intimidate people. Apparently, such things only come with experience. But murder? For that I truly do feel ashamed. It's a burden I shall have to bear for the rest of my days. But sadly, it's not my greatest shame.
What could be more shameful? To frame an innocent woman for such terrible crimes?
What? Are you unhappy with a woman cast as the serial killer? Firstly, I'd say Dear Jordan adds a certain grace to the whole sordid story. And second, of all the people I hold in my debt, she's the strongest. And not just physically. Third, she had good reason to settle her debt with me as quickly as possible. Without going into details, I'll just say that she's a very, very caring mother. Do these taste good? Had we met earlier, Mr. Boyd, I would have shown you a far more refined pleasure, one without such an unpleasant smell.
I'm afraid to even imagine what you count as pleasures, Mr. Chaffee. Fountains of blood in the city square?
Mr. Boyd, you're not listening to me at all. I didn't take any enjoyment from the killings. Everything I've done was of strict necessity. I couldn't make Jordan kill all the women that Rogers raped. That would have been excessive. If I had made her kill them all, you'd be rather upset, no?
I can't say I fully understand your plan, Mr. Chaffee, but you've given me more than enough reasons to arrest you.
Yes, but allow me to counter them with one good reason not to.
A steak?
I think you mentioned you dined here once?
Yes, not the best restaurant in town.
And maybe you're just not familiar with the full range of our services. When I inherited this tasteless place from my father, I knew I could never make it into an exquisite restaurant. Instead, I accentuated the atrocity of it all, an aesthetic of a different kind. Now I even live here. To me, this complex is like a microcosm of Freeburg. But we're not here to talk about that. At school, I read a French novel whose name doesn't need mentioning, and I read many amazing things. It seems that in Paris, just before the revolution, certain places were quite popular. People of wealth and taste visited from the city, shed their luxurious coats, peeled off their white gloves, and with the help of the local farmer, they brutally stabbed a hole in a bull and decorated themselves with the splattering blood as they prepared a large piece of meat for the fire. In the bull's suffering, these effeminate aristocrats found a perverse sort of pleasure. Now I make these pleasures available to the people of Freeburg. I will be honest with you. People who pursue such cruelty truly are crazy. But what is interesting? The best steaks are cut from the tender meat of young bulls. 11 months is just right. Beautiful, healthy, full of strength. But these wealthy degenerates who pay $7,000, so our experts will show them where to plunge the blade for maximum effect. Even they don't have the spirit to slaughter the young bull. The thought never enters their minds. They look into the eyes of the healthy animal, bursting with energy, and they quickly shuffle past. As if by instinct, they are drawn to the old, weary, fading bulls. And then, with terrible smiles on their faces, they chew through tough steaks that taste of burning rubber. They feel that they're doing something real with their own hands, a sort of natural selection, as if they're agents in the natural process. But nature also teaches us that the old beast, unable to fend off any threat, might yet survive if it cowers in a dark corner and pretends it doesn't exist. Then, perhaps, the young predator will pass. Mr. Scott will drive you back. I'm late for an appointment.
Mr. Boyd, you won't believe it, but the person I just got off the phone with was talking about you.
Seems like I'm pretty popular these days.
By the way, Mr. Boyd, I've got to ask, why $500,000?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
Okay, so Chaffee's a psychopath. That's nice to know. Good morning. Mr. Boyd, a maniac terrorized the city for 2 weeks and you did nothing. What would have happened to Freeburg if federal agents hadn't come to rescue and arrest the dentist? The situation was under control. The arrest was imminent. You don't know anything. The situation was under control. We've been doing their work behind the scenes. The feds are just here to sip off the cream. The city overflowed with panic after your press conference about the dentist. Why didn't you think more carefully about what you were going to say? Panic was inevitable. I stated the facts. I always say what I think. I stated the facts. I'm not a journalist and I don't get paid to distort reality. After such a failure, any self-respecting officer holder would resign. What are your plans? Can I not just say fuck you? Or go fuck yourself, you know, his favourite line? What do you mean I failed? Have you seen the crime in this city? every day there's like a massive terrorist incident. Like the bank is being robbed on like a weekly basis. Like I'm not surprised if they're getting like a card stamp for free coffee. And you want me to resign? Go fuck yourself! I'll keep fighting crime, by the way. The city has a lot of problems, and I'm not one to run away from a problem. How do you comment on rumours about the relationship between Mr. Rogers and all 5 of the dentist Freeburg victims? Complete nonsense. I'm not concerned, or no comment. No comment. I have nothing to say. Thank you. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, you heard me. Anyway, Freeburg boxer caught in doping scandal. Convicted serial killer Albert Ramirez, Sioux City. And Jack Boyd. People deserve truth about Freeburg dentist. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. All the thumbs up, I'm going to presume that is good work from me. I could be wrong, maybe I'm aiming for thumbs downs, but... My kid's been causing trouble again, and they've called me into his school. Can you give me some time to deal with this? Yeah. I'll allow it. So this is the new look Shift B. It has Big Mac in it. Did it have Big Mac before? No, it didn't. They were in Shift A, right? I moved them across. But this is definitely not like the full cast of stars anymore. Still pretty strong look roster, though. Ooh, is this a new cassette? I won't remember anyway, because I've not recorded this for a week. But I like the cassette. The dentist behind bars, great job. Take 87,000k. Okay, apparently we have to get to day 180 as well. That's our goal. They just confirmed that with me. So, we're not actually far off the pace. I'm thinking I'm going to be low the 250k after 90 days. But I don't know. Maybe we'll go a bit faster. My salary is 726. Rest in peace, Shadow. Oh my god. Please be informed that we're calling in 2 of the employees who initiated the complaint against you for official interviews. We got a raise. We got the SWAT upgrade. We'll increase our efficiency. I can hire a detective, and I can hire another officer, I'm hoping. So, who needs another detective? So Shift A has 5 detectives. Shift B has 5 detectives. Honestly, I'm going to put them into Shift B, and then I can give Davenport some rest. So, Alex Porter, welcome to Shift B. And then finally, I can hire a police officer. Brilliant. Jonathan Hode, 210 professionalism. Ricardo Megadopoulos. I like your name. You're going into Shift B. We'll take the 210 professionalism over Ricardo Megadopoulos. Yeah. But I love your name. Okay. Breaking and entering. Hello? Is this the police? It's Dolores Parks. I have something in my throat right now, so I sound like this. Someone is in my house. I hear footsteps coming from downstairs. My husband is on a business trip and I won't be home for another hour. Please come right now. I know it must be some terrorist who's going to rob and rape me. I've locked myself in my room, but a door won't stop this beast. Okay. Sure. Someone in your house, someone's breaking entry. I think it's going a bit far there, suggesting it's going to rob and rape you. Maybe rob, but, you know, rape. I don't know. I think most people that do breaking and entering, if they, like, hear someone's at home, they just don't risk it. They just run with what they've got. But anyway, hopefully we won't get lots of false alarms about the dentist anymore. It's a pity that the feds, like, stepped in on that. I would have liked to continue that event and try to solve it myself. Unlawful assembly. A crowd has gathered on the steps of City Hall demanding that the city officials legalise euthanasia. The protesters are chanting, "My life, my death, my choice! My life, my death, my choice! My life, my death, my choice!" City Hall employees report that the people brought homemade signs and the protest is proceeding peacefully. I don't think we need the paddy wagon for this. Kochi, can you oversee this? And we'll send Carbotta, Fraser, and Austin. I'll leave Florida and Shore in case we have a big case coming up. This is going to be a difficult shift for Shift B. They're down like 2 officers from Shift A. Mr. Parks returned from his business trip an hour early. It was he who was making the noise in the house. Okay, I don't know why I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, we're getting additional officers tomorrow, so... A suspicious individual at the library. Librarian Rolando Boone reported a young man came in looking for books on chemistry and monographs on explosive substances, and publications on extremist topics. Many of the books he requested are prohibited. The guy looked scary. His eyes made my blood run cold. Well, Florida and Shaw, can you just go and handle this on your own? Offenders caught, officers unharmed. I don't know if this is going to hurt me. I didn't really want to catch anyone, but... Like, if someone's protesting, you do need to have a police presence there, even if it's peaceful, just in case something kicks off. You don't have to arrest them, either. Okay, so suspicious individual in the library. As soon as the suspect sees the police, he pulls a huge knife from his bag and rushes towards the librarian, shouting, "You call the pigs!" Attack him with a nightstick, shoot the suspect, stop yelling, it's a library. Attack him with a nightstick. Florida, he is trained in 18 forms of martial arts. He's a black belt in all of them. You know, you're not going to deal with him with a nightstick. It's like, frankly, the most scary thing. Chief Boyd, I represent the interest in a private military corporation, which is hoping to attract a significant investment from your city. We are preparing an investor presentation, and we'd like to demonstrate the inadequacy of police training. In matters of public safety, please understand this is just business, and we can all win here. Give us a couple of hours with your weakest and laziest guys. My kids will look like gladiators next to them. I promise you, the company will remain in your debt. Ooh. How about I don't send you my weakest and worst? How about I send you Purdy and Austin? Because I think what he wants them to do is like get a -10 on both of them, but we'll gain a lot of money for it. What if I don't do that? Will they just not give me the money? I kind of intrigued. Or will they give me like a pay cut? I'll see. Suspicious individual, Desire Park. Parishioner Mana Bush. Mana Bush? Really? While she was on her way to church, encountered a group of incredibly strange teenagers. They were running around in weird costumes, fighting with sticks and talking like robots. Maybe these crazy kids escaped from the mental hospital. Better catch them and send them back. Again, if it's a fight of sticks, Florida is going to beat them down. We'll send Florida Shaw and then Big Mac. Bit of a weak roster I have left, but Coachy can help deal with something. Boss, these guys are like machines. They walked all over us, but we learned a lot. 20 minutes with these guys is better than a whole year at the academy. Mr. Cottrell says he was very pleased with our performance, and he offered us free training at their training complex. What do you think? Do you want to send Purdy and Austin on the course? You know what? Let's do it. Okay, that was a great result. So I guess we didn't send someone that completely embarrassed them. But we didn't send them a complete, you know, like, dribbler. Science Fiction Club having fun in the park. Of course they were. They were reenacting Star Wars. Florida, a big fan of Star Wars. And kind of, like, controversially, he likes the prequels. Anyway, homicide at the office building. Gladys Shell was enraged about some comment that her colleague Matthew Tolan made, so she grabbed a stapler and began to beat him over the head with it. Then Miss Shell yelled loudly and lashed out at the secretary. "She's having a nervous breakdown! Please hurry!" said the suspect's boss, who phoned the incident in. Florida? Sure. Big Mac, you're going back out again? Just, you know, keep the engine running. Honestly, we'll send Carbottom Fraser as well. We'll just leave Coachy at home, who won't be able to go out on a mission right now. Please do this quickly. Okay, we can't deal with the drug trafficking. An anonymous tip just came in. A large shipment of Colombian coffee is being unloaded, and they're shipping heroin inside their bags of beans. There's only a few guards watching them unload the shipment, so if the police roll up, they might just give up without a fight. Yeah, I thought so. We're just going to have to miss this, I think. Okay, this is bad now. Maybe I shouldn't have sent everyone out to this. I mean, we're just not going to do either of these, I think. We just have to accept it. I was a bit understaffed and I've left 2 people out. Hopefully this is a false alarm and it's just Colombian coffee. The weapon grabbed... No, sorry, the weapon. The woman grabbed a second stapler. In her hands, these staples look like deadly weapons. That's me clicking the staples and firing them off. Deal the woman a solid blow to the jaw. That's going to really, like, knock her out. Grab the woman's hands, look into her bloodshot eyes, and try to calm her down. Blow to the jaw. Holy moly. Are you serious? Florida failed. And we've lost half of Big Mac. We've lost the filling of the Big Mac. Well, that's catastrophic. So, hang on. I sent out... Oh my god. It was real. Oh, this is terrible. This is a nightmare. The robbery's going to go through as well. Please be a false alarm. Oh my god, it was a false alarm. Cornelia Davis was quarreling with the mother of a little boy who climbed into the fountain and took out a few coins. I made that wish and your little bastard stole it. Okay, I wish I'd read that story now. Holy moly, can you just calm down? Noise complaint or destruction of property. We'll go to destruction of property. Patricia Buckler says 10 or so people came onto her farm with some strange equipment. They wandered around with their gear for a while, then stopped and began to dig a huge pit. Her husband didn't approve of any people rummaging around on his property, but his attempt to investigate ended in a fight. The farm was badly beaten. Okay, you have to return your reputation. I know this is hard for you, McCullough. You've lost your partner. But we have to show them that the police mean business. Can this shift just end, please? Offender escaped. A civilian died in a noise complaint! What? Again, I should have probably clicked on the story to actually, like, you know, make the decision, but this sounded pretty serious. Again, big fight on a farm. I'm not allowed to send SWAT. Ooh, we've got a new frame in the arson investigation. Ah. Maybe it's this, that. I think we're missing a frame still, because I think, like... Oh, maybe we're not. Maybe this is the frame. We've done it. Ronald Sherman, the former spouse of a Freeburg birth control union client, who blames the Centre for destroying his family. Well done, everyone. And a hit and run. No new frames found. We'll leave it. Oh my god, I need to send officers with you. Destruction of property. Offender caught. Well done. There's the +10 back. But yeah, that's affected everything. I thought Florida and Shaw might have been on 100% records. They're definitely not now. They both failed in the same mission. I can't believe one woman overpowered. Was it 6 people? Was it 7? Did I... Oh, shoot. I can't do these now. Was it 7? We're going to declare them dead. I need to replace them. I need the people. Disabled Society demands increased benefits. The Freeburg Tribune. Modern Art Gallery opens modern painting course. And bride suffers happiness heart attack at City Registry Office. You hate to see that. City Hall is not happy. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Another very common saying. Don't know what it means, though, specifically. In the context of this game. Bailey didn't come to work today. Today some of my relatives have come to visit. They're from another country we've never even met before. Can I have the day off? I can't. Blame Bailey for this. It's Bailey's fault. I would have given you the day off if Bailey come in. Watercolor greys, sure. Ooh, interesting. Right. Let's... Oh my god, I don't have the detectives there now. Ah! It's painful. Right, labour market. We need to hire 2 people. Ricardo Megadopoulos. Welcome to Shift B. Nikos Sintron. Matthew Hollinger. Or Nika Sajovic? Sajovic? Let's go for Sajovic. I'm intrigued by the way that Political Views is here. I've never seen anything in it. Sorry, we've rehired into Shift B. Bailey will definitely be gone. but I'm gonna wait. I might as well fire tomorrow. I just see if, like, you know, the officers available changes. Because I don't really want to hire a 110 or something to that role. Hostage situation. 2 garbage men were emptying some cans near a bus stop. A drunk man came past and thought he'd make fun of them. He tried to make them fight, so the garbage men got angry, stuffed him into a can and threw him into their garbage truck. They then continued on their route. That's just murder. That's not a hostage situation. If you put him in the garbage disposal and, like, you're threatening to push the button, it's at least attempted murder. O'Sullivan and Jorgensen. Much stronger shift A now. Please be informed that your employees have filed a formal complaint against you. Why? We've gathered information and familiarizing themselves with the circumstances. What are they going to do about it? Fire me? Maybe. But last time I tried to deal with this complaint by, like, threatening them with the sands, and I just threw money down the drain, so I just refuse to do it this time. Do I refuse to do this? Oh, I can't even do the threatening anymore. That literally did nothing for me. And I can't use it again. Right, an assault at Desire Park. 2 old men were sitting on the park bench playing chess. Suddenly one of them dashed the pieces off the board, grabbed it and started beating his opponent over the head with it. The eyewitness, he must have done the London defence. The eyewitness who called it was quite agitated. Hurry! The old man's whole head is covered in blood! Alright, Taylor, Timpson, Chin and Woodard. There's an old man fight with chess. Go and deal with it. The police caught up with the garbage truck and pulled it over. 2 men in overalls are laughing in the cab. Go into the trash and look for the drunk man. Guys, what's going on? Well, guys, the joke's over. Release the hostage. The drunk man gets out the garbage truck, shakes off the dirt and attacks the police. And here's the real beasts. Scavengers. Bastards. You're the worst of all. Filling your bellies at our expense. You should all die. Cuff the man. I was going to say, he's going to murder all 4 of us now. With his bare hands. 2 people died to a stapler. I can't believe it. Right, the assault. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Great work, everyone. Did you get a free chessboard to set? No. Mafia assignment. Jack, we have something going down today at Sugar Dream Confectionery at 6:50. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1,500 should be enough for a request. Let's see what they ask for. If it's murder again, I'm not letting them. Bomb threat, office building. An elderly employee at Scissors Sisters, an office supply store, reported a courier brought in a suspicious parcel filled with staplers. The return address is smeared with ketchup or blood. Nobody else can hear it, but I swear I can hear something ticking inside. I bet you this is an alarm clock, but... Alright. I'll bite. Taylor. Robert. Jorgensen, Chin, O'Sullivan, go. Just check this is an alarm clock that's being delivered through the post. Robbery drugstore. Admittedly, I think if I was sending an alarm clock through the post, I'd probably take the batteries out. Well, that's just me. A young female pharmacist said an addict with a length of steel pipe is trying to break into a pharmacy. Prado, into the 1,000 Club. Show them what a 1K Marty can do. Okay. Is it a false alarm, the bomb threat? Oh my god, it was Staples. An item returned from an unhappy customer. Was it the person that assaulted us was a stapler? It's like, these staplers only murdered 2 police officers. I wanted one that would clear out an entire unit. I'm sending these back. The addict has broken a window and is trying to climb through. Well, that's going to cut him up a lot. His feet are still sticking out. Strike his heels with a nightstick. No. Remove the addict's sneakers and tickle his feet. Or seize the offender's legs. I honestly don't like any of these. Like, if I pull on him, I'm just going to kill him. I'm just going to guillotine him through the glass. Let's try and seize his legs. The addict falls out the window back into the street. He drops a scrap of pipe and tries to escape. No. Don't flirt with the pharmacist. Use the pepper spray or pounce on the criminal. Pounce on him. Well done, Prado. Can we sell his pipe, please? Okay. Oh, wait a second. Disorderly conduct at Desire Park. It better not be those chess players again. Those goddamn young chess players. An old man called in to report that, right in front of their favourite park bench, a couple of crazy-looking people wearing very revealing clothing were flopping around on the grass, spitting on the feelings of God-fearing Christians and alarming everyone who walks past. Woodard, you can take the lead on this one. Take O'Sullivan and Jorgensen. Assault at Octopus Restaurant. Ooh, I would actually like to see the green thing first. Once again, I could really use your help. I'm trying to expand the ranch, but the adjacent territory belongs to fucking idiots who are asking an insane amount for it. Today, I'll be in a regular meeting with them, and I want a bunch of your police officers to come in during the meeting and start asking lots of questions about murders on the property, maniacs running loose, drug addicts living nearby, and stuff like that. Basically, help me put pressure on the sellers and knock the cost down a little bit. If the Freeburg police help me, I'll stretch out my hand and offer, say, a boost in your budget. Enough for 5 new jobs. 5 new jobs? Okay. I was about to prepare a no response to this. 5 officer slots, though. I'll do it. Okay. Kimberly Adams was celebrating her birthday with some friends and acquaintances. After a long dinner, she started opening her gifts and found a huge dildo. Oh boy. She flushed and then grabbed the sex toy and attacked her friend who gave the gag present. You bitch! You soulless monster! All my friends from the seminary are here! And this is what you want them to think of me? Mrs. Adams then continued to beat her friend over the head until she made a bloody mess of her scalp. Oh, must be a pretty big dildo then. Okay. Honestly, you could do a lot of harm with it. It's practically the modern day version of a mace. Anyway. Prado, Timpson, Roca in Spain. Go arrest this dildo-wielding maniac. The elderly men were outraged by a yoga group, which decided to hold a masterclass in the park. Again, can we not arrest the old people for falsifying a report? Let's see what this actually is. Theodore de Ramos, caretaker at the candy factory, reports that 5 masked men who broke down the door and disappeared inside. The watchman wanted to do his duty and intervene, but there were just too many of them. It wouldn't be smart. They just nail me to the wall. You'd better come and sort this out for yourself. If he's under no threat, I will take the 1.5k. I don't have enough officers right now, and there's a noise complaint in the ghetto. And Woodard and Jorgensen are going to deal with this. An angry man just phoned in, yelling about his neighbours. He's been hearing terrible ringing and shouting coming from every side of this house. My ears are going to explode! You have to stop them right away! I don't know why I've made him an elderly angry man. But I did. Chief, we love playing the part. In the end, we had even ourselves believing it. And we really don't mind earning a little extra on the side. We don't even ask for a thank you. But when we all kind of hinted that we deserved a couple extra, 100 extra, Mr. Moneybags just hissed at us and said to fuck off. And that he was on the verge of making the deal of a lifetime. That's not how things are done. We're heading to the bar. Great. Sure. Okay, offender escaped. That's fine. I'll take 1.5k for that. The girl is pounding her friend's head with all her might. Can you show me the dildo? I want to see for reference the size. Does it have a vibrator in it or something? It's all important evidence in this case. The victim hasn't been conscious for a while. A huge crowd has gathered round, and it's impossible to get near the fight. Force through the crowd of the fight. Grab a bottle of vodka from the table and throw it at the woman. No. or blow the police whistle with all your might. Seeing the police, the assailant comes to his senses, jumps up and makes break for the back door, pushing people out of the way with the sex toy. Okay, that was some hefty toy, I can see. It's like bigger than a head. Arm the taser and run after the girl. Stop the sinner, or run to the victim who's waking up and groaning, and begin giving her mouth-to-mouth. Not necessary, she's not drowning. Taser. Well done, 1K. And the rest of you guys. Get back to the police department. O'Sullivan is lonely. Maybe grab her something on the way back. Maybe like a coffee or something. You have been found guilty of serious abuse of power. The city requires that your salary be reduced by 90%! Further, we have reason to believe that overstaffing in the police department is contributing to the increased number of service violations. So the number of employees on your command will be cut by 50%. Excuse me? No! Purdy! What the fuck? And Prado, we just lost 1K, and Mega Double loves us! He's not even had a day at work! What? That's actually insane. Are you crazy? Like, I'm being serious. I still got the slots. You just fire people for no reason. Purdy, 95% Purdy is gone. Okay, we just have to hire people then. Welcome to Shift B. Welcome to Shift B. And welcome to Shift B. I can't believe that. What goes on with this now? He's been fired. Oh my god. False alarm on that, that's fine. Right, shooting at the suburbs. Mrs. Kent called to complain about a drunken neighbour who decided it would be fun to go out after sundown and shoot the beer cans in the backyard. Get that drunk behind bars before I kill someone! Apparently I'm allowed to send Prado even though he's about to be fired. We might as well send the SWAT team as well. Go for it. Do I hire this detective? I might have to. I have no detective in Shift A. Right, we'll do it. I can't believe that. 90% pay reduction as well. That's crazy. Just fire me. Right, no new frames found, but I have no detectives left. No new frames found, but I don't have any detectives. I'd really like to knock these out now that my detective has been, fired. Yorkerson and Wood at the back. Well, I mean, oh, I have to send the SWAT team, don't I? I don't have to, but it'd be good. Right, shooting. Prado's last work was a good one. Please reapply to join the police force. That's brutal. Did Bailey get fired? Did I fire Bailey? Or did Bailey get fired? I can't find Bailey. I think she's been... oh, she's not here, is she? So I can't see her. Maybe? She better have got fired. Oh, I can't believe that. Anyway. We're going to have to end the episode there. We've just lost like half the police department. We lost some real big players there. Prado's gone. Purdy's gone. I didn't even see other ones. Did Robert go as well? I can't believe it. Anyway. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.